So we are in Northfield, Minnesota right now at Get Bentz Farm. The proprietors, Jake and Teresa Bentz, were nice enough to allow us to come onto their farm and tap some trees. Because of climate change and other factors, the sap is already flowing, but we got almost no snow this winter. So we're a little concerned about the trees. We are tapping a couple of trees and getting some sap, but we've decided not to really do an intensive sugarbush this year. We're giving the trees a year to rest. But as part of the educational event, we were really curious about seeing the flavor of different saps because, as a lot of you probably know, maple trees are not the only trees that you can tap. Why don't we put a few in this little grove right there? This is the cleanest, purest source of water on the planet right now because it's pre-filtered 100 times by the tree. If you're diabetic, you don't have to worry about it as much. And the fact is, maple has medicine in it. There's a ton of potassium and other nutrients that actually help to heal the pancreas with the food that we all make. When we're making our barbecue sauces, when we're making our desserts, when we're making things that have sweet stuff in them, this is really the best kind of sweet stuff to use. All right, let's do a boxelder. Should we go over and do a boxelder? Boxelders are almost always multi-branching. And in fact, there's very often more than one big trunk coming up from the ground.
Oh wow, it's very tree. Very tree.
So put your mouth in here so you can have a good, if you can.
Woo! We have a feeling that it's going to be a really short season, so we wanted to get out and try to do it while the sap was flowing a little bit.
So you only want to harvest chanchasha when it's been freezing, after the first freeze. I used to get it after December 1st when the weather was correct. This time I had to wait until almost January to get some because the weather's so weird. So when you start taking the tobacco from it, what I always do, what I was taught to do by my mom, is take the tip of the knife and from where your cut is to up as far as you want to work, you just make a straight little cut. So you want to try to just take off the red bark, and you'll see underneath it has this beautiful green cambium layer, which is the inner bark. You can dry that, and this will actually turn a brown color, about the same color as tobacco. And this is what one of the ingredients that indigenous people up this way use for their smoking mixtures.
Okay, who wants to tap the walnut? I have to go in and out a couple times.
Yeah, it kind of, again, when you eat like a walnut and it leaves kind of that creamy flavor in your mouth, that kind of almost has that same mouthfeel.
It does. I don't feel good about it being so early, but I feel good about getting out while we can as an educational thing, because who knows what's going to happen next year? Would we be able to do this next year? We never know.